Hey everybody, Logan here. Today I'm going over something that's probably going to help a lot of you, well, now former PlayStation collectors because, well, with Sony's announcement, 2028, no more physical games, and it looks like Microsoft is kind of backpedaling with that, with theirs, and, still going to continue creating physical games. We don't know if the Project Helix will have it, but signs are pointing to yes. So for those of you deciding to jump ship or put more of your focus onto Xbox Series X gaming, yeah, I got a couple things to show you. Now, you don't have to worry about it with the original Xbox or Xbox 360. Xbox One is a little bit of here and there, but for the most part, Xbox One games are on the disc unless there's a blurb on the box that says otherwise. Now, Xbox Series X is a very different story, and I've got a stack of games right here they're all from my collection, of course, that have the different blurbs and different information. So when you're buying a physical game, you're actually getting a physical game and not a not so physical game. So let me help you. For all you new Xbox fans out there, let's get into this. All right, I got a stack of games right here. As you can see, most of them look the same. We got Soul Hackers that looks a little different. Same thing with Gears Tactics. These come from different generations of the same console. Why? Because Microsoft couldn't figure out how they wanted to make their boxes. So that's going to be one of the things that you're going to come across. You're going to have some different style boxes if you start collecting, and some people may not like those, some people may. The majority of them are going to have this green little rectangle up here, but some of the older ones will either have the Xbox One style box or the newer style box, but where it just said Xbox up there. So let's look at a couple of these first, and I'll go over and show each of them with you. Let's start with the older ones. Now, these were launch title Xbox games. This one was launch day. This one was a little later. But if you look at this one, some of the older ones, they still look like they are the Xbox One boxes, but they say Xbox One and it says Series X. Xbox Series X and Xbox One, that means it will work on both consoles, so you don't have to worry. These are your features. So you got 4K Ultra HD, HDR, and Smart Delivery means if you have one version or the other, you can technically pop in the game and get both. So nothing on the back besides Smart Delivery and then Optimize. That used to be the old thing for Series X, but it's not there anymore. You don't have to worry about it, but it does tell you what features. Now, this is a complete on disc because there's nothing on the box, and Microsoft got to the point where they were like, all right, if it requires content download, we're going to put that thing on there and you'll see it. So this is a complete on disc game. Now, will there be a day one update on almost every game you're popping in from this list? There's going to be a day one update. It's like that's how games are, but it's still very playable without it. So if you look down here, there's also nothing on the disc. That's going to be one of those things where I hate to say it, but you may or may not see it on the disc. So if you're buying loosey-gooseys, it's very, very rough. So let's keep that in mind. Next is an older one. This is their more streamlined looking one where it said Xbox Series X, Xbox One, Smart Delivery, Series X. They eventually did away with this because it was very redundant. The Smart Delivery is just that, but once they got rid of Xbox One support, well, they got rid of that. So, and same thing if you look on the back, optimized for Series X, but Smart Delivery, meaning you can still play it on Xbox One. So keep that in mind. And then same thing if we look on the inside, the disc is very, very simple and doesn't say anything extra. So this is going to be one of those, if you decide to buy it loose, yeah, you can just pop it in. Now here's where we get to some of the rather annoying ones. So Battlefield 6, I thought was a very easy one because this says Xbox subscription and internet required. So you're not even going to be able to play this in the future if there's no Xbox Live or, well, Xbox Network or whatever they decide they want to call it in the future, and internet connection. This is or will become a frisbee. But another thing is, look at the disc. It doesn't tell you that. So in order to play this, you need online connectivity. You have to. So online multiplayer, cross-platform play, and it shows you everything here. So this is going to be one of those type of games that you want to keep an eye out for. If you are buying loose games, the only thing I could say is if you're not paying a lot, okay, but pull out your phone and look it up, see what the box said before you buy it, because then you might be SOL. Next is one of the newer ones, but it's Gothic Remake, requires content download, but it still says game disc. So one thing I'm going to show you, we're going to compare it with these two. So this one, Darksiders, just says game disc. There's no required update. There is no required downloadable content. This is pure game on disc for the new ones, and that's will say game disc, where if you buy this one, the game is on the disc, but it requires content download. So this is going to be one of those things where the future will hold whether or not this will actually be playable or not. I think this is going to be one that won't be able to, because as soon as you pop it in, it downloads, and then it installs, downloads. So yeah, this is something you're going to want to look out for. Again, it says optimized for Xbox Series X, but it's Xbox Series X only. So this might be something that we see in the future with Microsoft. Well, depending on how well this ages over the next days or weeks, you pop this into your Xbox and it'll be the disc to digital delivery. So when you pop it in, if you have a Series S or something else, another console, another Series X in another room or something, you don't have to take the disc from one room to the next, and you can just play it there. That way, you shouldn't have a problem. But if you're playing it on disc, it will require content download in order to play the game. So this is not technically a complete on disc game. So again, keep an eye out for something like that. This is going to be your best friend. Game disc, no content download, Xbox Series X, Xbox One. Now this is a re-release of one of the Xbox One versions that had the smart delivery, and that's why you see that there, and it's pure game disc. So that's what you're going to want to look for on the newer ones. Next, we're back to this, but it's a little different. Requires content download, Xbox Series X. Now this game has gone through a lot of changes, so just to be able to play it off the disc ain't gonna happen. You have to download, you have to update it, and then there's a whole new update that kind of changes the game quite a bit. There's no smart delivery on here. It's only single player, but yeah, this is another game you want to be very wary of. And hopefully when this goes disc to digital kind of thing, for those people, you can pop it in and not have to worry about it that way and still have it. But again, if you're collecting, always look out for that. This is one of those games I bought day one because I really wanted to play it. It looked amazing. It has been a great game. But after I bought it, I realized, oh well, but I still want to play it. The game's gotten much better. It was a great game, but it's gotten much better. So I do make a couple exceptions here and there. Sometimes I just buy them when I go to my local game store. I'm like, oh, okay, this came out, this came out, this came out. I want those games. And then once I get home and I actually pay attention to the box, I'm like, crap. But it is what it is. And if you want to play the game, it's kind of how it goes. Now, if you're a collector without the intentions of playing, which there are a lot of you guys out there as well, skip these. Next is the one that everybody wants. You're looking at it, Xbox Series X, no content download, no nothing like that. And we all know Expedition 33. So fantastic RPG in a JRPG style. Nothing on the disc here. And now one thing that gives it away that I've noticed on some of the other ones, let's see if I can pull it out here. That one says it. There was one that I had. Okay, so do not make illegal copies. Okay, so that's the only one that said it. That was the difference. It was just in one language right there. But what are you copying? Seriously, what are you copying? You still have to download it. But all their discs say, do not make illegal copies, and later on they put it in French. So that was my mistake on that one. But hey, if you're buying it outside of the US, hey, you got a different language there. But here, nothing that says it, just Xbox Series X, not Xbox One. So keep that in mind. This is strictly Xbox Series X. I understand this whole video has gotten really convoluted because of the way Xbox is doing it. I'm really trying to make things simpler. But yeah, this is going to actually be on disk. There are updates, of course, because the companies keep updating them. But even if the servers go down in the future, this one you'll be able to play just how it was meant to be played right off the disk. So that is what you're looking for. These are the style of Xbox Series X games you're looking for. No requires, no additional, no nonsense. Xbox Series X, you're good to go. Weary? Because of that, this is going to be another one of your best friends because it's still Xbox One, Xbox Series X, complete on disc. Again, weary of these because requires content download. They never got, you know, on the same page with even themselves on how they want to say these things. Like, look at that. 3 different ways of saying the same thing. So another one, stay away from these, and plus these won't even be playable in future, you know, because they turn off those servers. And again, these are going to be also some of your favorite ones, the older games that will play on your Series X and Xbox One, and then have all the enhancements and do not require online. So if you're a physical collector, stay away from games like this unless you plan on playing them right now and then doing the disc to digital later on. But if you're a physical collector, these are going to be the type of games that you want to stick with. So that's what you're going to be looking for. I think that covered it quite a bit. I tried to get it through as quick as possible, and it's just, I didn't even realize how convoluted it was until I actually sat down to decide to make this video. How many different variations of the boxes that are out there. I have quite a few, but I was looking at the ones that best describe the situations for each of these, and I think these were the best ones because we have one in the original, one in the second one, one in the third one in the final Xbox Series X, and then we have the 3 different variations that I have in my collection that show that it requires content download. So there you go. Let's see. There you go. You got these, but poo-poo on those. These are going to be your best friends for collectors. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this different little video, but I do know that I have a lot of people who follow me that are Xbox fans, and then people that have jumped ship. I've seen a lot in the comments. So this is to help you guys out. And if you have any other type of collection videos that you want me to do or to explain, drop in the comments section below. I'll do those as well. So this is all in between new controllers coming out. There's some on the way, waiting for those. But until then, hopefully this is a fun little video. And if you haven't watched it, go watch my Autoful M6 Plus Ultra 2.0 video, Ultra Plus 2.0. Wow, that game chair is really cool. Go watch that one. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. God bless each and every one of you. Like what I always say, be legendary. Thanks again.